Hi my loves, welcome back again to the channel. How are you all doing? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video. I really appreciate. If you are new here, you're seeing this beautiful face for the very first time. Hello, my name is Rejoice. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Turn on the post notification bell to all. Like this video, share with friends and families, and leave your thoughts in the comment section after watching this video. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about cost of living in Ibadan, Nigeria, and I'm not the only one on the show today. This is like a show. I'm so happy because my friend is here, a family man. Can you please introduce yourself? I don't want to be the one to introduce you.
Top of the evening to you, everyone. The name is Wanko Michael Ifeanyichukwu.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do for a living?
I am certified chef.
Yes, you can say that again.
I'm a certified chef and I'm also into business.
Okay, don't worry, we're gonna bring him for our cooking show. So he will be one of those people that will cook for us. Anyway, like I said earlier, we'll be talking about cost of living in Ibadan. The last time I shot a video like this was 2 years ago, and a lot of comments came in. It attracts a lot of, both the good, the bad, and all of that. But this is 2025. Why not talk about the cost of living? Because obviously things don't change. Like, things has really changed. So he's a family man, like I said. I am not a family woman, but I can still call myself as a family woman because I'm not the only one living currently. So I have people around me and all of that. But we'll be talking about accommodation, housing. We'll be talking about food. We'll be talking about transport. We'll be talking about utility, like electricity, internet. Then what else are we going to be talking about? We'll be talking about health. Hence why I have this. Then we'll be talking about entertainment because you be jaye. Me, I'm a sinole. I don't go out. So starting from accommodation, like, can you share with us the cost of accommodation within Ibadan currently?
Right now, I would say it's not part of it. The cost of accommodation in Ibadan right now, it's getting more compared to that of Lagos State.
Okay. Because
the past 2 years, I was staying at Asunle.
All right.
I stayed in a room of parlor, self-contained, and then my rent was 250,000 naira. Okay,
was that a room and parlor or probably
a room and parlor self-contained?
Okay.
Then anyone who pays 250,000 naira from a room and parlor.
You are a big person. Yeah, sure.
Compared to now, it is twice the price now.
Sure.
And the agencies on the other aspects are taking over this. It's like a scam syndicate to me now. So on that part of it, cost of living in Ibadan is very expensive. Okay, so can you share with us like the range of your rent currently as a family person? I stay in a 3-bedroom flat.
Okay.
My rent as of last year is 700,000. This is my actual rent. If you are
without
moving, you have to pay, I think,
1 point something.
I paid 105 or something. Okay,
1,050,000 naira. Okay, so I would like to expatiate. Say one thing is, 2 years ago when I shot something like this, I said Lagos and Ibadan now, they are of the same level when it comes to accommodation, housing, and all of that.
Lifestyle.
Yeah. So right now, if you are someone that wants to get a room and parlor self-con, you should have a budget of like 500k.
No, it won't do.
No, let's say
no. Rent your
it depends on the area. We have the
on this on the estate that I reside on right now.
Yeah.
If you have to get a room and parlor self-con,
I know it's not possible.
The initial rent in that estate should be around 400 to 500,000.
I know, right?
Not added
the agency fee and all of that, like 40% on
way
it.
Much.
But I just feel like the reason why I'm giving like 500k is because there are some areas of Ibadan whereby they are not really expensive compared to where we live. I don't know if you get, like, if you are living around that Ojo side, the rent is still
it is way
cheaper.
You said Ojo. Ojo is to us here. Ojo is more like another part of Ibadan. Entirely.
Yeah, I know, right? That's
there are estates in Ojo.
Yeah, sure.
There are big estates, big properties in Ojo, and there are also the local parts
of Ojo.
More like we staying on Akala Express and people staying at New Garage.
True. The difference is there. But this is just like a range. If you are looking into getting something,
the range varies.
It varies, yeah. We have the upper class, we have the middle class, and we have the lower class. All right. So if you are in between the middle class and the upper class, I think you should budget nothing less than 600k upward. That is with agency. Yeah. But if you are thinking of probably places like Iwo Road, Ojo, Moniya, there are some areas of Ibadan whereby you will still get something like 300k.
Your rent should be around 150 to 100.
Yes, but it will not come with POP.
If you are, more like stuffs like that.
Yeah,
but if you have any modern development in that area, in the community,
it's not gonna work.
It should be like our standard.
Yes, true.
The area does its farming now.
Yeah.
I stayed in Madede before.
Okay.
In Madede. There, houses built there back then. Room and palace face me. We call it face me
and slap you. Yeah.
So back then we pay. I think then our parents does pay 30,000 annually.
Wow. Years back.
For a room and palace, yeah.
Years back.
And at the time they started paying 70,000 naira for living room and 60,000 naira for the bedroom. This is a house to share toilet along with people.
Yeah.
I'm talking about 2 years ago.
Wow, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
30,000 naira? Yeah. 2 years ago.
No, 70,000 naira for a room, for the living room, and 60,000 naira
for the bedroom.
Yeah.
Wow. That's very, very...
we don't know what it's saying now.
No, true.
And fact is, most of the properties on there are being bought.
Yeah, and it has been
the development is going
over there. True.
So the changes of price is growing
every day
with the development.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So this is what I have here. I said 1 bedroom apartment in the city center will cost you nothing less than 300 to 700k.
Yeah.
And 1 bedroom apartment outside city center will cost you like 100k to like 400k per year. Then for 3 bedroom apartments, one thing about Ibadan is 3 bedroom and 2 bedroom apartments, the difference is not always too much. It's always like,
it's more like
150, 100, yeah, some is even 50,000 difference. So for 3 bedroom apartments, city center. So if you are living around Akala, Oluyole, Jericho, big places like Bodija, baby, that's city center, right? So 3 bedroom apartments, you should look like the minimum rent that you can get with a very standard house, modern house, will be around 800k to 3.5 million naira.
Exactly.
And if you are living outside city center, you can still see 3 bedroom for 300k to like 800k.
So 300 to 700, 800.
Yes, that's for 3 bedroom outside the city. Even exactly. Do you know? I have a friend that lives around New Garage, and the 3 bedroom, I think, is about 300k or 350k. But the house does not come with POP. It's like garage. A very old house.
Like, I wasn't started there.
Yeah.
On that axis of Ibadan.
Yeah.
I wasn't started from New Garage and started going into Odo.
Yeah.
Agara.
Yeah. True.
It is developing. The houses you would find on in New Garage are more like you finding a house by Tasca.
Yeah, the houses over there are still very
old. I would say old modern houses. I don't know.
And the truth remains that the areas whereby they have the modern houses currently around that side, it is more expensive. Way expensive. What we are talking about.
It is way expensive.
Okay, so now you have an idea of what you should budget, so that if you are going to the city center, you already know, and if you are living outside the city center, you already have a clue. At least this range that we just gave you will definitely help you. All right. So moving on, let's talk about food. Food is one of the most important part of cost of living. Like, how much do you spend when it comes to food and groceries now? Basic ones. Basic.
Feeding in Nigeria right now is hell. It will be like we are going to share our own mindsets now.
Yes.
It is hell, like my sister. I am not exaggerating.
Monthly, like how much do you spend?
In a month, I do buy a bag of rice, and we use that in 2 months.
Wow. Okay. And that's like 90 to 100,000 naira.
I buy beans, spaghetti.
Just
the last one I bought was a carton of spaghetti. I bought 2 Indomie pack.
Yeah.
I bought beans, 10 Congos.
Okay.
Gari, like 15 Congos.
Okay.
Bought egusi, bought ogbono. Bought all dry ingredients that I might need in the kitchen.
Okay.
And if I should give it a recall, I spent nothing less than 250,000 in the market.
Whoa, without protein now?
No, protein. I buy protein on daily basis.
Okay, like how much?
3 days. The last one I did was 70,000 naira.
Wow. And it can last you for like how many days, or probably how many weeks?
The last one I got was the day I got my passport back was when I did it. So I would have loved to check my phone, but I wouldn't know. The last day should be around more like 2 weeks.
Wow. Less than 2 weeks for 70,000 naira protein.
The last protein I bought was 70,000 naira beef, the one they hawk by the market. And I bought fish the other day.
Wow. So apparently, if you are to estimate the range of what you spend monthly, you don't have to be.
I spend daily on feeding alone.
Yeah.
I spend up to 500,000
in a month.
Yes, I spend
for
above.
Food.
Yes, I spend above.
Wow. And how about eating at the local restaurant? Because
I don't eat outside.
You don't. Okay, you prefer
to
always
eat pastries outside, and the only continental dish I eat outside is jollof rice and fried rice.
Okay.
So most of my foods are made at home.
Okay. And any other fast food meal like pastries and all of that? Like how much do you think you spend in a month for you and your family now?
I don't spend much on that.
Okay, because most times they love to eat.
I would say 7,000 naira.
That's very
The only thing we buy from outside is bread, and that is the only day we make beans at home.
Wow.
We have 7 people living in my home.
Wow.
So it's a big family.
Okay, so that's I think that's still very affordable. 500k.
It is not affordable.
No, I don't want to use the word affordable at this point, so that you don't be like, you just get money, I don't get money, you already know.
It's not affordable.
Yeah, because of the currency and
we have not spoken about the utilities.
That's true. But for someone like me, if I'm to calculate like how much I spend on basic groceries and food, it's about 350,000 naira in a month. Then I wanted to add, the 500k now is just about the food alone, without soap.
No.
Okay, I need you to add like.
No. I buy soap almost. I buy whenever it's finished. They will go to the LAS spots
and buy.
Uncle Michael said we should collect.
They will just collect.
They will collect key soaps. Like 10 key soaps. We buy 1 key soap for 700 or 750 naira.
Wow. And then that's like 7,500 naira.
So we do laundry. I'm the only one bringing the money right now. My dad is old. My mom is old. My 2 nieces, they are in school. My sister is into her own trade now. She's not making money. My junior brother is not making money. So it is not.
That 500k is not even part of those things.
No, it's
not toiletries.
No.
It's just basically food.
Yes.
Wow.
We use 24 kg of gas in my home in a month.
24 kg?
Yes. We cook morning, afternoon, night. Morning, afternoon, night. And there are other homes like that.
That's true.
It is not just my home. We have other families like that.
So let me just run through what I have here. The basic groceries like rice, bread, egg, milk, and so on. If you are single with 100 to 150,000 naira, should do
I used to.
in a month? Single, not 2 people now,
Single.
not 3, single. Just for basic food like rice, bread, egg, not eating out. You think it will not be enough, right? That is my evaluation.
No matter how single the person remains a human.
Yeah.
The person is eating just like I'm eating.
No. There are some people that do not really eat that much. Someone like me.
Can you break? I want you to make a breakdown now.
Okay,
calculate eating 1 cup of rice in the morning, a cup of rice in the afternoon.
No. This for someone like this, you will not eat 3 square meal a day.
Really?
Hello. You will eat 2.
There are people that don't. There are people that wake up in a day and feeling your energy.
Yes, there are some people like that. There are some people that eat 0, 1. There are some people
Did they make up their mind that morning?
No. It's just because of the situation of the economy. But normal human,
you don't expect. I don't expect. Let me use myself as an example. I don't expect me to have the money to eat and not eat.
It's not possible.
So I will eat morning, afternoon, and that's night. What they taught me in the primary school. Why don't you?
I totally understand.
So that is eating healthy.
Yeah, but with the situation of the country right now, people do not really eat 3 square meals. That is why
I said, have you seen anyone wake up
and say they don't want to?
No, today I'm not eating.
But with what I have here, okay.
That even beggars eat 3 square meals.
Yeah, actually, some of them even eat more than 3 square. They will eat this, eat that, eat all of them. That's true.
They eat 3 square meals. They may not be eating healthy. But they gain their strength to keep on going. We shouldn't go on that.
Okay. So that's what I just have, like budgets nothing less than 100k to 150,000 naira. And if you are the type that eats out at a very local restaurant, not a fancy one, hello, you should budget daily for like 1,500 to like 5,000 naira. So if you are an heavy eater, but local restaurants, cut my word, like Buka, canteen, you don't man or restaurants baby, you man be to find you should go just like 1,000 for someone like me. If I have one local restaurant I always visit around that Pasca. If I'm to buy 2 eba, 400 naira, I will buy 4 meats. That's 800 naira. That's 1,200 naira.
There are still places like that.
Yes. But the meats, it will look like they wanted to cut their hand.
The reason why I'm saying this I have not seen where
so,
they sell.
Is a very. I'm serious.
No, you are not lying.
It's a very typical.
There are places like that. They will have to
local.
Cut it to that standard.
Yeah.
People have to eat.
So, but that 2 eba, normal or mokekere, cannot be satisfied with it. Wow. But someone like me, I don't really. But I don't okelekoni.
Wow.
But I don't eat too much. I'm not the type that I'm not an heavy eater. So, and one thing is I don't even eat 3 times daily. Most times when I have my coffee in the morning. In the afternoon, I eat something heavy like that eba. Then at night, most times I don't even eat at night. Sometimes I just eat fruits or probably salad or something. So, but if you are someone that eats very heavy, just budget like 5,000 naira. But if you now want to go to a very standard restaurant to eat daily, like what I just spoke about is just 1 meal, 1 square meal, not the 3 now. So it means. In the morning you eat 1.5, in the evening you eat 1.5.
Exactly.
That is local. But if you are an heavy eater, budget 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. That's 50,000 now. Yeah, exactly. But if you go to a very fancy restaurant, maybe you are spending per meal, you are spending nothing less than 15 to 20,000 naira. And it even depends on that kind of.
Yeah.
Because there are some places that.
I will give you an instance of one place.
Okay.
I go there because of them. Their powder yam and the pussy.
Okay.
Grandma does it.
Oh.
I'm not doing a PR for you people.
But their food is good, so let's.
Fact is, I call them from home. Can I make another for a pussy?
Okay.
Don't put no cost bill.
Okay.
Let us confirm it.
So like how much this one?
10,000 naira.
I think the last time we were there was 11,500 naira.
It depends on the protein.
Yes, true.
That varies.
Yes, true.
Most time when I eat poundo yam and chicken, it's more like 8,500 or so.
Wow.
So I'm used to eating that almost every lunch.
Okay, so that's like a square meal.
Yes.
Let's say 10,000 naira.
More
So
than-
if you are to eat 3 times, that's like 30,000 naira.
That's
so it
like
depends on your
30,000
pockets.
naira, yeah.
Fancy restaurants, lounge, you know.
Yeah.
So then if you
There
are
are
the
so
type
many other
that
places you spend a bit.
more, like you even spend like there was
Yeah.
one restaurant that I went to. I only
There are many
ate
places
just
in Ibadan.
few food though, and they brought bill of 30 something thousand. I'm gonna I don't get the salary me.
Ṣèbí mo rí àwọn oúnjẹ yìí kí la máa ń pè é seafood.
Yeah.
I've seen it. But it's really
And you see 70 something thousand,
It's trending
80
now.
something, 100 plus.
Portable. We are really developing Ibadan.
No, they already know. Like Ibadan is not that Ibadan of 10 years, 15 years
That guy
ago.
needs to apologize to us.
Yes, oh, they need
Ibadan
to,
down.
honestly. So now let's talk about the fast food meal. That is, if you are to eat around all these Mr. Biggs, Chicken Republic, you have to budget. If you are not an heavy eater, you have to budget like 3,000, 2,500 to like 3,500. Yes.
Yeah.
You have to budget that for a square meal.
Yeah.
Then so it means if you are to eat 3 times there, you are spending like 7,500 to 10,000 naira. That should be your budget. Now multiply it by 30. Do you get the mathematics? Do you understand it? To show you that food is consuming a lot of money right
On
now
a daily basis.
on a daily basis. So at least I believe you must have been able to say, okay, this is the range of what people spend for food in Ibadan right now. So moving on to transportation. I'm not mobile. Thank God it's mobile. So I will direct the question first to you. Like, how much do you spend on transportation? Should we start weekly or we should make it monthly? Let's make it monthly. Like, how much do you spend?
Monthly on fueling.
Yeah.
On fueling in a week I use a V4.
Okay.
Undercut V4. So it doesn't consume much fuel. And the fueling, let's say in a week 50,000 fuel.
Oh, a week.
That is if I am busy.
Okay.
If I am not, it serves me for a week.
Okay. But so let's say that maybe in a month you are busy
Let's say on fueling,
yeah,
150 to 200.
monthly, right? Okay.
The 200 is not very sure.
Very sure.
But I'm very certain of
150,000 naira that you would definitely use up to that. Wow, that's beautiful.
And there are some other diseases we use bike.
Yeah, that this
You
is you don't want
like
to drive
because of the road. The road is not very
So
friendly,
can you tell us a little bit about taking bike? Thank God I take biking.
that one is the most embarrassing. Biking on our own estate is not good. It is our estate is full of dust.
God, I beg.
I have always wanted to ask this question: who is going to fix this? Is it the landlords
Or the
local
government?
Let them decide. If it is for the landlords to fix it, why can't everyone contribute? I'm a tenant, I will contribute. Whenever I take a bike from my gate to the estate gate, I turn brown here. If I'm putting on this particular tire, this one turns to brown like this.
Behind.
Yes, so
And honestly, that
it's
has
not
been
just
some of us reality.
on the bike. The money is not the problem now. The dirty hazard.
That comes with it.
Yes.
Okay, so you already have an idea of what fuel, if you have a car, if you are mobile, between 150k to 200k, at least something you should budget, right? So from my own end, now I take more bike. Mama, I'm on bike, Nisha.
Yeah, think about you should budget 10,000 naira.
Monthly.
Yeah.
It can never be sufficient. Are you serious?
Really?
It can never. Never. Because per trip, you are spending nothing less than 500 naira per trip. Like there's no 100 naira bike any longer.
No. It's
not 200, even 200.
200 is walk.
It
you
means
walk to the other side. Well, half of the way.
So now imagine you go out every day. That's 1,000 naira. That is if it's not far. There was a time I was heading from my house. I was heading to Bodija, and the bike charged me 4,500 naira.
You shouldn't take a bike from that place.
No, I know it's far, right?
It is too far.
I know, but
That's good.
You know
it's
that
good to have comfort.
I know, but
take ride.
you know that sometimes you are very late. You know that the only thing that will get you for that meeting to meet up is to fly bike.
Bike is
so you will just be like, oh yeah, Magdemilo, and 4,500. but boy, kilo shele in Nigeria, I know it's too expensive. At the long run, I didn't even get. So I had to break the trip, and I ended up spending like 2,800, close to 3,000 naira. There was not much difference, and I was like, I just suffered myself. I should have just taken the straight bike and all of that. So 10,000 naira can never be enough for public transport, except on cases whereby you can take keke. But if you are taking bike, like you take bike often, don't budget 10,000 naira, because per trip is like budget's like 500 naira upward, and multiply that by 30. That's like how much? That's like 1,000 naira daily. That's 30,000 naira in a month. That is for bike. So if you are the type that take keke napep, that's tricycle. If it's not far, they will still take it as low as 100 naira. But if you are going from somewhere like Kuala to New Garage, you are spending like 500 naira.
Really?
Yes. And if you are now moving from like somewhere like Elemure, if you are going to like Molete, it's 500, 600 naira. If you are now going to like Gates, you are taking keke for like 800 naira, 1,000 naira. Yes. No, from like Elemure to Gates. That Gate bus stop, if you are heading to Iwo Road side. But if you know your way around Ibadan, there's a way you can cut some transport. Someone like me, I really know Ibadan so very well. So I know that instead of taking that route, I would rather go to New Garage. Then from New Garage straight down to Iwo Road. From New Garage to Iwo Road is like 600 naira. Where taxi, like what's it called? Mikra. That's the name of our this thing. So Mikra. For transport, it depends on where you are going to, where you are heading to, but you can see the breakdown. So if your house is not far from your place of work, you are spending less. But if it's far, maybe Matamo, Ajimobi, or what's that long bus again?
You still have the bus?
Yes, it's still working.
I've seen that bus.
No. There was a day I actually, because of the fun.
How did they board the bus now?
From the app.
No, how do you? Is there a process, or you just?
No. Once you are about to enter, they give you a ticket. You pay.
Just by the door.
Yes.
Oh wow.
But the moment you're about to drop, you have to show them the ticket again. They have to be sure that Jali Wole. You know, some people will enter for free. They don't want to pay. So that's their way. I just it.
The last time I think I experienced
something like that.
Yeah, something like that should be over 10 years.
Okay.
During Ajimobi's time.
Wow. All right, moving on. So now I want us to talk about car maintenance. You know, I'm not mobile. I don't have a car, but you do, and I think it's one of the most important things that you do regularly on monthly basis.
Not on monthly basis, depending on the car.
Okay.
Then there are cars that will tell you when to
do the maintenance.
It's more like the major thing that comes to cars is servicing. If you have a good car.
Okay.
I mean the standard Belgium, we call it Belgium, Tokumbo.
Okay.
Tokumbo car. You can use a car ranging from when you buy it for a year or 2 years. All you have to do is just service.
Do you do the servicing every month?
No.
Okay.
I said depending on the cars.
Okay.
Some cars consume oil.
Oh, why some do
some
not?
Don't. So
okay.
Some cars does not function very well. You can't compare using the Tokumbo car to a
Nigerian used car.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the servicing varies.
So it depends. But what I have here.
And the pricing.
Yeah.
On a monthly basis, for maintenance of car with flat tires, if you had such, it shouldn't be over 60,000 naira.
Okay, exactly what I have here.
Yeah.
Because I asked a friend of mine that have a car, and she was like, okay, budget's between 30,000 naira to 60,000 naira monthly. Just
the major reason
little things and all of that.
If you are to buy the oil, which is the most expensive part of servicing the car, and the next is replacing anything that is fault in the car. Most small parts cost lesser than 5,000 naira, depending
on the kind.
What's here. So if you have a faulty car, it's entirely different. Having a faulty car, you spend more depending on what the car is having.
Is on transportation. Now moving on, let's move to utilities and internet. So like, how much do you spend on electricity monthly?
There is no much light supply in our estate. In a month, I spend during the time when we have light,
Like
when we have constant light.
like 70 over 100, or let's say 80 over 100.
Yes, I spend 10,000 naira per month.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And when, because I don't use any AC in the house.
In fact, I was about to ask you that. Do
The only-
you have
the
AC?
only
Do you
big
use
machine
it?
we use
Washing
in my
machine?
flat, no, the refrigerator.
Okay.
It is a very big one.
Okay.
Besides that, the washing machine, which we occasionally use.
Wow.
I use it most times.
Okay.
My mother don't allow the kids.
To use it.
She will tell them if
to watch you there.
see no baton, if the light finish, Uncle Michael will beat you. So everybody, even to iron clothes, they do it behind me.
Wow.
So I was able to regulate that. When we have very good electricity supply, I spend 10,000 naira, and when supply is not bad, it's not good.
It's only like 5K.
No. I pay like that. If I pay 10,000, it can serve me for 3 months.
Wow. Okay, so
There are times like that.
for someone like me and some other people, that when the light is good, okay, I have ACs, I have fridge, freezer, I have washing machine, a lot of electronics that consume so much. Sometimes I spend like 30,000 naira.
You have a lot. You have lights.
Yes, I have a lot of lights that consumes.
I don't think we turn on lights in my house.
Okay.
We don't.
And
We
for
don't.
someone like us,
In my house, it is one of the first thing I taught them. Please, if
always, if you don't
why
need
would
it,
you turn off what you are not using? The only thing we turn on in the house is the refrigerator from 7 or 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the evening.
then overnight you put it on.
No, we turn it off.
Wow.
Because now the solar is working.
Yeah.
So, but then I've been regulating it.
Before the arrival
that
of
is
solar.
the way I've been able to regulate the price. This thing is much.
Yeah. But if you ask me, in my own opinion, if you live in Nigeria, I would suggest that you have a solar.
If you
Own a solar if you
yeah.
can afford it.
On that,
Because that will reduce a lot of burden. Fine, it's not like solar can take. It's not all solar that I can work with AC and all of that.
solar is also expensive.
It's expensive, but in between,
But it will serve you.
it will not fuck with your mental
No, it will
health.
serve you.
It will help you.
We are not on electricity power now.
Yeah.
I believe we are on solar.
Trust, since yesterday there was not like
So I use the solar at home as well. It is the only way to power your home. The noise is not there.
it's not there any longer.
No pollution from any generators.
Yeah.
No.
So
although not everyone could
afford.
it,
I know, right?
but it's the best option. And funny is we have a lot of electrical companies
Yeah.
that
That
have been
can-
doing smaller
Solar and all of that.
and house utilities like that.
Yeah, and it will definitely go
The
a
best
long
option
way
is to
for you.
save up, and if it is to get a solar small farm.
Yeah, go ahead,
Oh.
do it. So for electricity, for someone that is single and the light is good, you can spend as huge as 30,000 naira. And if you are the type that do not use a lot of electronics and all of that, you can spend as low as 5,000 naira monthly. Now, talking about that, let's move to water. Someone like me, I don't drink from the tap. And I believe you don't drink as well from the
No,
tap.
we
So like, how much
take
do you pay, or how much do you budget for water monthly?
The guy comes, I can't recall, but I know in a month he comes 3 or 4 times.
Like, how many bags?
10 bags, 15 bags, depending
So
on whatever change I have.
So
in
let's
my
say
pockets.
300 times 15, that's 4,500. Then times 3,
Yeah.
that's
Sometimes
like
2
13.5
times,
or
sometimes
14,000.
3 times. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
I don't
fair
drink so
enough.
much, yeah.
It's not even
Because
up to
I noticed
20,000
my
naira.
parents don't drink the pure waters.
They drink from the tap?
They drink the tap water.
Ah, oh, these
I
are
have
very
told, yes, my mom, my dad, and even my sister's children don't drink it.
Wow.
So I stopped them. This is not meant for me. No, people should drink it. If you see anything in the regulars, that you can ask,
Yeah.
or don't just touch it. But the pure water, drink it.
Yeah.
Leave mommy and daddy. If they say that's what they want, please
For you,
drink it.
yeah.
So that is when I started buying 3 bags, 3 times.
3 times in a month, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
For someone like me, I take table water and sachet water, all of the water, now everything I me I dey drink. So sometimes I buy like 6 packs of table water. A pack is like 1,500 naira. Osis to be precise. Me and they always go where they sell in Osis. I don't buy from all these regular that will sell for like 2,000, 2,200 naira. I will go to Osis store where they will sell for like 1,500 naira. So if I'm buying 6, that's like 9,000 naira. And at the same time, that's not the only thing I drink. I take sachet water because I always have people around me. Like people come to my house often. It's not everybody that I can give my table water to. So you drink sachet water. I'm
it's
sorry.
You
know, I'm sorry.
Like I said, if they see anything in the keep it.
So
sometimes it is soft drink.
Yeah, true.
Just let me keep it. I want it.
So for water,
I don't buy soft drink at all. I don't.
Pure water, I still buy like 30 bags
in a month. It's 30
bags. Because I always have people.
There are times you can't pump water. I have beaten water here.
Same here. There was a time that our water was having issue. I was beating it water, pure water, sachet water every time.
Because
every day.
Before anyone could
I spent money
to fetch water.
Yeah.
I would have taken a bag.
And you have
I would pour it on my head like this one after the other. Because I wouldn't want to wait.
One of my sister was with me during that period. A friend was with me and we were all using sachet water to bathe. It was terrible. I spent so much. But I don't actually like it. But only island. Island now. Honestly. So moving on, let's talk about internet now. Like how much do you spend on internet?
I use a network. I use a broadband. I don't want to call their name.
Yeah.
They are very stupid people. Because this evening they made me suffer internet. It was down they had a downtime.
Okay.
Without the prior notice, so I called them stupid for that. But on the other hand,
they are good.
They are very good.
Okay.
I spent 12,750.
You have to introduce that network to me. You know why?
Yeah.
Do you know how much I spend on data monthly?
And funny is, it is unlimited.
If I tell you how much,
you can connect maximum of 30 people.
Wow. You have to link me.
But
because
the fact is this, it is not movable.
That's another thing. Because for me, for my home, this is what I use.
It is not movable. So it is an internet on the pole.
Okay.
They are connected to.
It is called broadband for
like I said,
anyway.
it's a broadband.
Yeah. So for singles, some spend as huge as 100 plus.
But
monthly.
Then the smartphone I spend every day.
Like how much? Yeah, that's true.
I do 1,000 at times. Since I changed my phone to the new phone.
Yeah.
The data consumption
went higher.
Yeah. The tariff came high.
Yeah.
And I figured the resolution of the smartphone is also consuming more.
So much data.
Compared to the other one. So I used to do 600 naira daily. I do twice at times due to the Instagram and all.
Yeah.
That one I should use around 4 or 5 gigs in a day.
Wow.
I stream every day. I'm always online. Yeah,
do you realize that you are spending so much on the data? I
spend I'm not even talking about now. So I noticed it has really changed.
Okay.
The past few days. Back then I spent like 8,000 sometimes, and at times just 500, 600.
600. But right now?
Now, the one I did last was 700 before I left the house. And the 700 was not even working. They had to directed me to recharge or to continue with.
They will let you know.
Yeah, because I think they have not updated the text reply.
Yeah.
So I think if I should try it now, you'll see. If you try the code to buy 500 or 400 for it will direct you back to another text message.
Because even if you calculate that, probably daily you spend like 8,000 naira. 8,000.
I don't spend 1,000. Now I spend like 1,004.
Let's even assume that you spend like 8,000.
I don't spend 1,000. I spend 1,400. They are consuming.
Oh my God.
Whenever I go out, I spend that amount. And my Wi-Fi does not connect every day.
Wow.
You should have that behind you, that this internet will.
So it means if you are spending like 8,400 naira daily, you are spending like 42,000 naira in a month.
And
I
recharge my parents.
Ooh.
You are not even talking about the airtime now.
Yes.
I recharge mom, recharge dad, recharge myself.
And even your siblings.
A lot of siblings.
Oosh. So it means you are spending so much on data and internet generally. It's, for someone like me, I have one that I use for uploading. You all know that as the nature of our job, we use more of data every now and then. To edit, they use data. To do this, you are using data. And I have the one that I use at home generally for people that visit and all of that. I subscribe. This one is about 20,000 naira monthly.
And it's the other internet is way cheaper.
Yeah, sure. So 20,000 naira monthly, and for phone, my papa feel pay me if I mention the amount I subscribe monthly for
They
phone.
need to down on that aspect. The federal government have to do it.
They have to, because
they have to.
Whew, please help us now.
When they like to pass a bill, they have to go.
Because
back.
why are we spending someone's salary? In fact, some people's salary, like 3 months, 4 months salary.
It's not good. How much are we making?
I say that I'm spending so much.
Funny
and it's not even possible that you don't use it.
I don't have a spot. I don't have a restaurant. I don't have a shop. I make only outdoor foods.
Yeah.
My job is seasonal.
Yeah.
All time. It is more like towards the ending of the day.
Yeah.
It is not easy.
Honestly, it is not.
So they really need to government job. Do something about that, please.
If you have government officials as families and friends, please help us to forward it to them. Ejo, your own will spoil. I hear the budget. So do something. Yeah. But so what I have here is, if you are for internet, if you can manage yourself very well, if you don't do if you don't do my kind of job, you can still manage in between 25,000 naira, 10 to 25,000 naira monthly. Okay, yes. But if you are
I think that should be the average
price for everyone, like everyone now, including even the lowest class people, like 10,000 naira. Yeah. But if you are the type that do the kind of job, maybe you already know. Don't let us talk about it. So your budget will definitely be higher. So now moving on, let's talk about healthcare. Healthcare, which is very important. Like, how much do you think you spend on healthcare? Monthly. Yeah.
Healthcare in the aspect of
maybe consultation to a private hospital, probably something. I know it's not something that we all do monthly.
I don't.
Thank God for sound health.
Whenever we notice
little
some pain, we consult our mother. Our mommy. My mom.
Mommy being I was thinking okay, let me understand. Ṣé wọ́n ní àwọn jẹ́ doctor?
Laura Poslin, we don't. This I'm living like that. But if it is worse,
you have to take it to the hospital.
Please go to the hospital.
But if it's just something I know, na self care.
Yes, I'm
ilé lẹ́tí máa.
I don't lie to you. That's how we do. Wow. But there are some households. Tell me, go on.
That
my brother's household before he traveled out. If they notice anything on their finger,
they take it to the hospital. Normally, that's the way it should be.
It doesn't work like that in our community. We look out for ourselves.
It depends on your kind of family. It depends on someone like us. We don't really get sick every time. So, and if I feel like okay, I'm having a headache, there's something. Thank God, my mom was a pharmacist before. She was called to glory, so I have an idea of what to do and what not. I don't even have to use paracetamol or something. All I need to do is, it depends on the side of headache. If I'm having it here, I know what it means. If I'm having it here, I know what it means. If it's here, I know everything. So sometimes all I need to do is just to take water and relax, and that's all. So thank God for that. So it depends for healthcare. But if you are the type that visit private hospital, you already know.
I know.
Baby.
You will spend
you will spend a lot of money. And that is where I will always encourage people to have health insurance.
Health care, I think I do. On the other hand, is my mom's and my dad.
Yeah, because they are aged.
Eyes issues.
Okay.
And that is not something we do like every time.
Yeah.
It is more like checkup.
Yeah, normal checkup.
Cataracts.
Yes.
And we don't do it every month.
Okay.
It is when we notice something,
then they go ahead and
then we work on it.
Okay.
And changing their glasses when it's expired. I think I'm doing that back to back on my own.
Okay.
And besides that is mommy's diabetes.
Wow.
Yeah, we regulate that for her. And that aspect of it makes my feeding more higher again.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
there's some
specific
food
food.
that they need to eat
Yeah.
and all of that.
We
True,
go to
true,
our
true.
own markets different.
Yeah,
Not like we're really doing it in the right food, but we are trying.
yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. So I always suggest if you are in Nigeria, please own at least health insurance, probably by the government or private.
You do really well.
For it works.
I'm not saying no.
For Oyo State, it works.
Insurance does working in Nigeria.
Yes, it works. For Oyo State, I don't know about every other state,
Insurance.
but yes,
Insurance motor, yeah.
yes, it works.
I used to say it to the work.
So for Oyo State government, for yearly, their health insurance is not up to 20,000 naira.
Wow.
And if you are doing the private, you already know that private will be more expensive. You have to budget like monthly now, like 20,000 to like 50,000 naira. But if you are doing that of government or your state government, I'm telling you, this is what I know now. You should budget like 20,000 naira. It's 18,750, I'll be 18,250 for your state. So if you are living in Ibadan, why not? Why not go for it?
Yeah.
There are some things that
That's
you don't have to.
I can give it a try.
Please do. You would definitely like it. It's better. And if you have to visit the hospital, they don't have to start saying Owo card. Why? You know that thing is ridiculous. Owo consultation 10,000 naira. Owo card 2,000 naira. Before they used to collect Owo card 200 naira, 100 naira. Right now it's 2,000 naira upward.
Wow.
May we not fall sick. Moving on. Now let's talk about education. For me, I'm a graduate, so I'm not in school any longer. But I remember those days. School days, thank God. Now the case is different.
We don't know what it looks like.
Honestly.
I did not pass through the institution. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what
The payments looks like.
I don't know. I have no clue.
But thank God you are paying for someone.
I am paying for people.
Yeah, yeah, not someone. Sorry about that one.
For people.
For people, like how much do you spend on education?
For the two children, I pay. The last I paid was 350.
Per person or
The both of them. Yeah.
per term?
Yeah.
Whoa, beautiful.
For the
Private?
two of them. Yeah, private school. It's down the estate.
Wow. Okay.
For the two of them, yeah.
Apart from every other things like they will buy textbook, buy
No.
book,
And we buy
buy.
their textbook is once they buy from GS1 and used to GS3.
Okay.
So the only thing
Together.
they buy is the storybooks and
The normal notebook.
notebook. No, the
Pen?
notebook we pay for that.
Okay.
We pay for those ones.
Wow.
Yeah. Uniforms different. All those ones are different.
Different. So even if you are to add everything up, it's almost
More like 400.
even more. That's what I
More like
think. Wow. Okay, what I have here, based on my research, asking questions and all of that, for private primary school, it's a range from 100k to 500k per term. But this 500k, I know
Private.
that, yes, primary school now,
Primary school,
not secondary.
Yeah.
I even got to know that after my research from the first, second, third, like 4 people, there was one that told me that for private primary school, she's paying 850k.
It is possible.
And she mentioned the name,
Yes,
and she even showed me.
There
And I
are
was
schools.
like, ah.
The last one I saw was 5 years ago. Let's say 6 years ago, 2019. Michael, my friend's junior brother. They changed the school to Concord.
It's one of those things. Yes.
Yeah, so the boy was paying around 800,000.
It's even more now.
His brother was still studying in the city then. And my friend was paying around, I think, 450. Yeah.
It's more now.
So you
there's
can't compare
you
them
can't at
to
all. So for private primary school,
That was the first time
budget
that was like SS1 when it was
100k to like 2 million naira per term
Yeah.
in Ibadan. For private secondary school, budget like 200k to like 3 million naira per term. And for private university, budget like 500. We don't even have 500.
Yeah, it's 400.
Yeah, 300.
Yeah, recently.
Which school? What course? It depends on the course.
Education.
Currently?
Yeah, education.
Yeah. That's still affordable.
Education. Even then it was 150 before.
Wow. So for private university, budgets like 500k to like 4-5 million naira.
The last time I checked, the mass com is around 600,000.
Which is still fair enough.
Then it was around 350.
350, yeah, I remember.
400.
Because I remember there was
My
a time
friend
where-
started when he first got there, he was paying, I think, 350,000.
Okay.
And at the time, everything
went up.
Yeah. And he started paying 450.
Wow. So you already have an idea for private university, 500k to like 4 million naira, for private secondary school, 200k to like 3 million naira, for private primary school, 100 to 1 to 1.5 million naira per term. All right. So on these notes, okay, I think we should talk about entertainment now, which will be the last part of cost of living. Yeah. Let's talk about, do you go to cinema to watch movies?
No, not often.
Do you subscribe to Netflix or?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
but
monthly?
I do, but I use I use the virtual card.
Okay.
Because I want to stream from
abroad.
Yeah, so I pay more like $24.
And $24 right now is like
that's
let me calculate.
For the premium screen or so.
Yeah, that's monthly.
Yeah, monthly. Yeah.
And let's say $1
is 1.5.
Yeah, let's say 1.5 multiplied by $24. That's 36,000 naira.
Yeah, let's say more like 35, 36.
36,000 naira. How about gym? Gym membership is part of entertainment and leisure.
I am not a good person at the gym.
The
first time I registered at the gym, I went for 3 or 4 days.
And you know go again.
I told them to suspend the membership.
It's not possible. They don't pause it.
I guess it's around 15 or so, 20,000.
No.
I bought gloves, mat, and I couldn't. I don't even know where I put all those ones. All I spent then was around. I spent around 70,000.
Okay, so for if you are the type that go to the cinema to watch, the ticket is around 3,500 to like 8,000 naira. Yeah, for a movie to watch a movie. So if you go like
buying popcorn and something.
No, most of them comes with like 8,000 naira or 8,500 comes with popcorn and a drink or probably table water. So if you are the type that goes to the gym like me, I'm a gym rat. I work out almost every day except on Sundays and Saturdays. Those are my rest days. But Monday to Friday, as far I'm not on a trip, I always work out. So subscription, it depends on where you're working out. We still have fitness centers that pay like 20,000 naira,
how much
25,000 naira, 30,000 naira. Yeah.
Monthly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
For iFitness, this is not a promotional display for them. For Ibadan, they pay like I think 30-something thousand naira now, close to 40,000 naira. And some other fitness are not even expensive, but you can see as low as 20,000 naira. Yeah, but I don't even know how much they pay over there. Yeah, 15
because I made the inquiry there, but they don't have an instructor.
So just budget like 15,000 naira to like 60,000 naira, because if you are to go to somewhere like iFitness, you need an instructor and you pay your instructor monthly. So it depends on where you're working out. Then night outs, let's talk about that. You are the type that is always you're always outside there. Someone like me, I don't go out at night like that. So like how much do you spend? Like clubbing, drinks, food, and all of that?
The last clubbing I did, I spent around around 2.5 million.
You hear that?
The last clubbing I did.
Okay.
But on the going to the lounge on most times are weekends.
Okay.
It varies depending on what gathering it is.
Yeah.
Let's say from 100,000 naira to 700,000 naira.
Wow.
Yeah. Because at the gathering we drink
different
a
drinks.
Bottle of Martell, which is around 150,000 naira.
150k.
If we are much on the table, we take 2 or 3. We hit.
So you hear that it depends on where, the numbers of people you have on the table, and a lot of things, a lot of factors.
Other spots around the estates. Those ones don't consume a lot.
You don't have to spend so much. Whereby maybe lounge will be selling beer for like 3,000
naira. I buy for just 800 a can.
Imagine. And meanwhile, you have to buy in a lounge.
You don't have to drink alone.
Yeah.
There, if I'm to drink there, I shouldn't spend more than 5,000. I can't even drink beer.
5,000.
And the fact is, but if people are with me, people will definitely come. When people sit with us, they will drink. And on that note, we spend 20, 30. Yeah.
So it
At times I buy just 2 cans of beer in a day, depending on the mood
and
the weather sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of factors. So if you ask me, in my opinion, this is the summary of the cost of living in Ibadan. For a single person, the monthly cost of living in Ibadan range from 400,000 naira to 1.5 million naira. That is
cost of living.
Yes.
1.5 million.
Yes.
With total of everything that we have sent is money.
Yes.
That is not for me.
And
mine is more than that.
I know. That's why I said, quote my word, I said for a single person.
Okay, for a
I didn't say for family. So it depends on your lifestyle.
Family of 6.
So for
family of 7.
Wait now. For a single person, you can spend like as low as 150,000 naira to 400k.
Yeah.
So if you now have family of 4, 6, multiply it. So 400, let's say 400 times 6, that's how much? 2.4 million naira. It depends. So it depends on your lifestyle. And a family of 4, they might spend like 400k to 1.5 million naira. Family of 4 now, not 6. It depends on your lifestyle. That is, if you really want to live comfortably, that 400k, you are not living comfortably. Most conflicts and milk
don't even calculate their
spendings any longer. So everybody just flow. You just flow with it. And on this note, we've come to the end of this particular video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you. Hope next time when I invite you, you will come.
Yeah,
if you're not
I'll be coming for your.
I will even shoot you.
I'll be coming to prepare.
Yes, for our cooking show.
Yeah.
You will be around, alright? Stay glued to the channel. When it comes around, you will see what it will be preparing. And yeah, thank you so much guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel if you haven't, share this video with friends and families, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. If you don't spend up to 100k monthly in Ibadan, leave it in the yes, and you please make sure you put it out how you've been surviving, because personally I feel like I want to learn.
Let's share it.
Okay, so please leave your comments, and yeah, we'll see you guys in our next one. Until then, bye. Mwah.